I'm Jeanette Keynes from Jewelry Arts Inc. This is Chasing and Repousse 14, and in this video, I'll redeem myself by showing you how to fix that jump ring. So I'm going to use my Joyce Chens and snip off as much of this as I can without actually, digging into my original bezel. I'm going to file a little bit, and then I'm going to use my white silicone wheel. This is in my Essentials cleanup kit because it's an essential. Nah, I'll go right to my wheel. But remember, masks aren't just for the apocalypse. They're also so you don't inhale all the stuff that's coming out of your wheel. And all that gold, although in theory, inhaling gold sounds good, but not so much. And always remember, I know I've told you guys this a million times, but rest your forearms on the table, like get yourself nice and comfortable. See this? With your thumb out, because that way I'll set myself up and my thumb will be either on my piece or just on my left hand so that I'm really supported. So it's all done. I'll show you a close-up. But that didn't take long at all. Mostly the bitching and belly aching phase, it takes a lot longer than the actual fixing of things. I've noticed in my own case. The only other thing I'm going to do before moving on is I'm going to blend a little bit with my green micron paper. I use this all the time. It leaves a really fine finish. In case you have not seen one of my other videos where I describe the board secretary, the most efficient way to sand is to fold up your sandpaper, like this is an entire piece. Do not cut it in little tiny bits. That's the least efficient way, because you have to like squeeze to hold on to the little thing and you're doing that kind of a thing. Don't do that. Take the whole piece, fold it up. That way you can hold it really lightly in your hand. And I like to imagine those old 40s movies where the operators would be like chewing their gum and buffing their nails and being like, so I says to Mabel, the guy is a bum. You know what I'm saying? Because generally the dumber something is, the more it sticks in my brain. So if you're the same, then you won't ever forget the board secretary. And the point of doing it this way is that actually light and fast is the most efficient way to get an even finish. Not like pressing hard in one little space. So my spot's all blended now. So I'm gonna make my jump ring and set it up, and I will record my hopefully more successful trial in a little bit. So just to show you a little close-up, there's my spot all nice and cleaned up. You would never know that anything had happened there. I wanted to make sure I got rid of all the original solder because I didn't want to like leave any funny marks that later I've got to try to clean up. So that's it. I'm back to a clean slate. All right, so at last I've got everything cleaned up. New jump ring in position. I've got my little ball of solder right there. And now, if I can keep my head on straight, we will have a jump ring. So here's the side view. So you can see I've got a third arm holding that jump ring just where I want it. Got a little T-pin in the back just so that I have a little something to push against. And I also use, you can see, a little straight line on my block so that hopefully everything's lined up. All right, now I'm gonna spark it up. All right, I'm doing it. Soldering. Yeah, that naughty jump ring moved again. At least the solder hadn't flowed though. That's a plus. All right, I'm gonna let it cool a little bit and set it up again. So naughty. All right, this time I mean it. The jump ring is going on. So much love. Jump ring. Attach or I smack you. It's tough love, Alexis. It's tough love. That's how I do it.
Are you taping?
This is true studio stories, not just the highlight reel. There we go. It's about fucking time. That was a very naughty jumping.
Indeed.
It resisted my charms. But. And it looks straight. I'll let it cool, pickle it, and then I'll get a good look at it. But I'm pretty sure that that's what I'm going for. Well, just before I throw it in the pickle pot, there it is. It appears to be nice and centered. So I think we have a success. So what I decided, actually, I am not going to clean it up because I'm going to solder the actual bale through here. And if everything else is nice and dirty, it's that much less likely to reflow or whatever. So no point in getting it nice and clean and then having to re-ochre.